used to be a gamer when I was younger, but eventually I kind of got out of it. I really only cared about Kingdom Hearts, Animal Crossing, and Minecraft Story Mode. And then lo and behold, I married a gamer, and he dragged me back in. Long story short, 6 months into being married, I now have a sizable backlog, have gotten emotionally invested in watching him play games I never would have played myself. He introduced me to my favorite game studio ever, and he's even gotten me back into Fortnite. In return, I have shoved the entire Kingdom Hearts lore down his throat, gotten him to play all 13 episodes of Minecraft Story Mode and Skyward Sword with the Switch controls, so I'd say both our horizons have been equally expanded. I played Super Mario Galaxy, absolutely loved it, tried playing Sonic Superstars, couldn't get past the first level, yes, even with Tails. Then I moved on to Princess Peach Showtime and absolutely loved that one too. Anyway, this far into the video and I haven't even mentioned Gotham Knights once. I need to get this video essay going, don't I? Hello to everyone who skipped the intro and jumped straight to the Gotham Knights footage. Good to see you! I'm just kidding. Okay, Gotham Knights. I was absolutely obsessed with Gotham Knights. I sank 25 hours into it, only realized I could upgrade my weapons and armor about halfway through the game, decided I couldn't stand Nightwing, like, at all, and died to the Clayface Bat-Cycle chase at least 24 times. All in all, it was an experience that, while it could have been better, I enjoyed. I felt very, very sad when it hit me that I had done everything I wanted to do in the game, and I was moving on to another one. I wanted to make this video because I want to put a positive opinion of this game out into the world. There are videos from some that are over an hour long talking about how mid it is, and videos from others saying that it's the worst game ever. It's really not. Now, let's get this elephant out of the room. I played it well after the live service features were scrubbed from the game. If your opinion on it was formed because of said live service functions, just know that if you were to pick it up again, you'll have a very different experience. The game itself is your standard narrative open-world objective-focused AAA title we get nowadays from the bigger studios. You get to choose and freely switch between 4 different characters all throughout the game. Nightwing, who sucks, who is your typical all-rounder Mario-like character. Robin, the resident fast-moving quick jabs kind of character. Batgirl, who excels at one-on-one combat. And Red Hood, the slow-movie tanky bruiser. I had already pre-decided that I wanted to play the game as Batgirl and only Batgirl. Now, I did end up branching into the other characters as I went on, but Batgirl got 99% of the main story all to herself, so in my playthrough, she was the main character of the game. I also took a shine to Robin, seeing as I do tend to gravitate towards the quick-moving, acrobatic characters in games as opposed to the slower, tankier ones. I gave him the Harley Quinn case file and the Clayface one. More on those later. He also has some of the most broken momentum abilities in the whole game, so there's that. I played the Mr. Freeze quest as Nightwing, but it wasn't until the final boss that I realized that I really disliked his playstyle, and very rarely played as him for any reason ever again. I avoided Red Hood like the plague at first, initially turned off by his horrible attitude and his brawler playstyle. I went so far as to give him the most unsuited side quests to his skill set, like hacking the drones to unlock fast travel and running the secret catch race files. I only learned to appreciate him the more I got into his story, and by that time it was way too late to really do anything with him. Oh, and he has the most broken aerial movement ability ever, and it's incredible. Being able to switch between Batgirl, Robin, Red Hood, and the other one really brought the game to life for me. What would have been an overwhelming objective checklist haunting my dreams felt more manageable because I was assigning different tasks to different characters, so the workload really didn't feel as big as it was. You can really tailor the playstyle of the game to whatever makes you feel the most powerful. Decimating enemies one by one as Batgirl, rolling around and jabbing in opportune times as Robin, winding up slow but powerful punches as Red Hood, or having an all-rounded skill set that gives you the most combative freedom as Nightwing. It's all available to you. This highlight has a shadow, however, and it's cast over the story. Because you can play as whoever you want whenever you want, the story beats of the main and side quests will be felt by different characters depending on who you play as at each dramatic moment. I'm not an expert in the subject of game making, but it doesn't seem too hard to me to make slightly tweaked versions of after-mission huddle cutscenes to give the emotional weight of the scene to the character you just finished the last mission as. For example, oh, and this is a spoiler warning for the story, I'll leave a timestamp for when I go back into gameplay talk. Barbara Gordon had just been gassed continually, sent through a psychological torture chamber where her dad and Batman both told her they're ashamed of her, and had barely survived the whole facility blowing up when she destroys the Court of Owls town-making factory. You would think she'd be a little shaken up in the next cutscene. Tim seems more unnerved about hearing about it secondhand than Barbara was actually living it. Of course, there was some background Belfry dialogue afterwards where Barbara talks about how she felt going through it, but it is entirely possible to miss, or just not pay attention to as you're running to your next task. Talia al Ghul backstabbing me at the end is the first plot twist I haven't called in a while. I'm usually pretty good at sensing when things seem off, but this time I got to be surprised. Looking back, it's probably something I should have known, but I didn't. I did absolutely predict Batman being dunked in the Lazarus pit, though. It just became more and more obvious the longer the game went on, and having the final battle in the ruins of the Batcave was just a neon sign saying, "You'll never guess, he's coming back!" And we all say, "Is it Batman?" And the sign's like, "How did you know?" Anyway, I knew Batman coming back to life and probably being the final boss was coming, and yet I was still disappointed when it came. For one, I was so overpowered at this point that the fight had little time to carry its emotional weight. Once again, more on that later. For two, the whole reveal sequence just seems rushed, and most egregiously, Batman is the one who gets the final blow in the end, destroying the Batcave forever while Batgirl got away to safety. He's been dead the whole game while I've been doing all the work, and he still gets to be the hero at the end and not me? Okay, that should be the last of the story stuff. You're safe from this point on. Welcome back. The combat, while it can get a bit repetitive, is actually pretty neat. There are tons of different things you can do and techniques you can use, like perfect dodge and perfect strike and AR scanning, which I spammed repeatedly every time I went anywhere new because I hate surprises, and the scan tells you where all the enemies are, as well as an array of momentum abilities that are tied to a power bar you charge up while fighting. Dude, Robin can create a hologram of himself that can explode, that even bosses are fooled by, even when I'm standing right close by. It's so cool. The crime system is also a lot of fun and never really got old, even when it's the same types of crimes every time. The only gameplay issue I want to bring up is the power creep problem. Your late game weapons are so powerful, they can knock out just about anyone in a single hit. And that makes it really hard to perform interrogation missions, which there are quite a few late game. It makes it hard to create tension in the final boss fights like I mentioned earlier. Nightwing told me to be careful over the intercom because these tower guards are tougher than the gangs on the streets, and then I proceeded to one-shot them all without even thinking about it. Batgirl can unlock the ability to be invisible to cameras, which is dope, but once again, overpowered. Now, the last thing I want to draw attention to is the end credits. The end credits are a slideshow of the key moments in the story, set to La Vida Loca, and it actually remembers who you played as for each story beat they show, and what suit you're wearing. Yes, I'm easily impressed. Thank you for noticing. They even remembered my character choices for the side story case files. I was completely tripping out about it. Okay, time to bring it home. Is this game perfect? No. Is the story and the games within it storytelling cinema? Not by a long shot. Was it made with money in mind, first and foremost?
Probably.
But I did have more fun playing it than I've had playing any game like it in a long time. It's fun. It's not perfect, it's just fun, and that's what matters most. And if you didn't have fun playing Gotham Knights, that's also a valid experience. Whatever you play next, I hope you have a blast. At the time of writing this, I am now playing The Pathless, the last giant squid game I have yet to finish. My husband's playing Ghost of Yotei. Is there anything else about Gotham Knights that I didn't cover that adds to your opinion of it? I didn't really do any kind of crafting except when the game made me, so I didn't really have an opinion on that. And the voice acting does actually get better as the game goes on, so I didn't mention that either. Thank you all for watching. Like and subscribe if you like, and I hope you all enjoyed my dive into the gaming world. If this is the first video you've seen by me, I usually do movies and shows and stuff. I plan to do more game stuff though, depending on if I play something special. Or awful. See you soon!